So good afternoon everyone. I am Orville P. Cagas and I am the one to continue the report about the American Society for Testing and Materials for the products and services. So over 12,900 ASTM standards are published each year. So it can be found in the 85 plus minus volume of annual book of ASTM standards or the website. So next one is the notable facts about ASTM International. So first, open, transparent, relevant, forward-looking, global, and collaborative. So the first one is open. So ASTM standards or the international operates with openness, meaning its process are accessible to anyone interested. So this ensures fairness and inclusivity in the development of standards. Second is that transparent. Transparency means that ASTM standard setting procedures are clear and understandable. People can see how decisions are made and understand the rationale behind them. So third one is the relevant. ASTM standards are continuously updated to remain pertinent that the standards address current challenges and technologies. So the fourth one is the forward looking. So ASTM International is forward thinking, anticipating future development in various industries. So this proactive approach helps industries adapt emerging trends and technology. So the fifth one is the global. So ASTM standards have global relevance wherein and applicability. They are used internationally, fostering consistency and interoperability across borders. So the last one is the collaborative. So what is collaborative? Collaboration is the key to ASTM success. Experts from around the world work together to develop the world and refine standards. So drawing on a diverse range of knowledge and perspective. So next one is the types of standards. Standard guide information or a series of options that does not recommend a specific course of action. So this standard guide is optional. So it means that they are not recommending the specific course of the action. So second is the standard classification. Arrangement of system, materials, products, or services into groups based on shared characteristics. So this standard classification is how they arrange the materials, how they arrange the product or the service according to their group. So it means any kinds or types of materials are arranged according to their characteristic or others. So the standard test method. So A is the ferrous materials and product, B non-ferrous and products, C cementitious, ceramic, concrete, masonry materials, D is the miscellaneous material and products, E is the miscellaneous subject, F end-use materials and the product for specific application, G is the corrosion, deterioration, weathering, durability, and degradation of materials and products. So this the given letter is the standard test methods. So standards or the ASTM standards procedure governing environmental engineering services. So first one is the American Society for Testing on Materials E1527 to 13. So this standard guide that provides a framework for conducting or phase 1 environment site assessment process. So this is this is standard outlines that procedures that environment and engineering service firms should follow when assessing firms or site for potential environment contamination or hazard. So it's significant because it meets the criteria set by Environmental Protection Agency or the EPA for conducting all uh, appropriate inquiries. Uh, for all the appropriate inquiries, which is crucial for liability protection uh, under a certain protection and environmental laws. So, in simply, it's a guideline that helps that professional investigate and evaluate potential environment of risk at a site or ensuring they meet the legal requirement and protect against liability. So the second is the American Society for Testing and Materials E 2018-15. So this is a standard guide that provides a framework for conducting property condition assessment. So it means it focuses on the baseline property condition assessment proper process. So this means that it offers guideline and procedures for professional to evaluate the physical condition of a property. So it covers things like structural integrity, system like plumbing and electrical, and overall maintenance of the property. So it helps uh, property owners, buyers, and lenders understand the current condition of a property before making decisions like purchasing or financing it. So next one is the American Society Testing for Materials E 2026-7. So this standard guide that outlines procedure for conducting uh, seismic risk assessment of the buildings. So it provides guidelines and for evaluating how susceptible building is to damage or collapse in an event of an earthquake. So this assessment helps engineers and building owners understand the level of risk associated with a particular structure, which is crucial for making decisions about safety measures, renovation, or a new construction in a seismic prone area. So this report is will be continued by my groupmate Angelo Smith.